When are you going to let this vendetta with me as an nephew go?
Well, that kid's pulled into line for what he's done.
This has been quite the homecoming. Can we all just please sit down together and have a meal?
I'm going to grab something later.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm not even hungry anyway.
Alf, a word?
Hang on.
You are way out of line on this Theo issue, and it needs to stop.
When you're invited into my house, you'll know about it.
Alf?
Anybody protecting that imbecile Theo is not welcome here.
You can't keep blaming him for everything.
Ryder damn near died.
Wake up, mate. How many of those stunt videos have you actually seen?
I only needed one.
Then how about you try watching them all? Then you'll see Ryder and Theo were both up to their necks.
Get out! Now!
Hello, this is Coastal News, an unofficial Home and Away podcast, recapping and reviewing the latest Home and Away episodes on Channel 5 and 5 Star here in the UK. Under our microscope this week, Neve's arrival sends shockwaves through Mac and Logan's relationship, Tane's attempts to keep Flick at bay wane quite rapidly, and Ryder is discharged from hospital, only to return to a feuding Stewart family. Can they get past those differences? All the usual discussion and more to come. Do stick with us. Now that's all covered, let's do this. Hello everybody and welcome back to Coastal News again. How are we doing, Sophie? You okay this week?
Hello, yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
Yes, not too bad, thank you. It's been a long week this week, I reckon.
Yes, another one.
All up to date, yes?
Yes, I am. Ready.
Ready, raring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you've got some opinions because you've been telling me this week.
God, shut me up, can you?
Yeah, but listen, I've constructed a counter-argument, so I'm ready to up here. Yeah, okay. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you.
Oh, uh-oh.
We're not alone this week. We are joined by listener, fellow viewer as well, Macca. Welcome to the show, Macca.
Oh yeah, you're all right.
Hello.
Good stuff. How's your week been? You had a good one?
Yeah, it's been great because I've been off work most of it. So
amazing.
Yes.
Lounging around, you know.
You've got the weather for it as well.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Mac is here. He's going to share his thoughts and feelings all about everything going on in the Bay this week, like in line and we do as well. So, what's your sort of home and away history, Macca? Like, are you a regular viewer? Are you casual? Have you been watching it for donkey's years?
I've watched it since the first ever episode.
Oh wow! Awesome.
Yeah, I've probably forgot more than I know about it. You know, I used to be really young and know people's names and where they lived and everything else.
He's one of us. Amazing.
I know, like someone will trigger something, like Sophie will say, Sophie will say something that I've completely forgotten. I'll be like, oh my god, that was it'll just trigger this memory. How many episodes? Like 7,000. Have you seen pretty much most of these sort of 30 odd years? Then, yeah.
Yeah, I probably have. You know.
That's awesome.
I hope my dad doesn't listen to this.
Is your dad the target audience? I'm sure you'll find it. No, well, it's good then. So you're going to know your stuff. You'll probably put us to rights. Then let's find out, eh?
I don't know that.
What's your sort of earliest memory then? Can you think? Well, what would be your biggest sort of? My earliest memory, sort of mid-90s, the sort of Shane and Angel type era.
Mine's probably the very first one where they were all. Remember, Floss and Neville lived in the caravan and park and stuff like that from the very first episode. So.
Oh yeah, with a crystal ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to? I can't even remember what happened to Floss now. What happened to Floss?
Floss died of. They went away, didn't they? Oh God. Can't remember the full thing. They went away. I know that, and then Neville come back and said she's died, and I can't remember what of.
Oh God!
It'll come to me. They left and he come back later on for some like guest appearance, and he said, "Oh, like she's died." So that was it.
Oh, that's a bit naff. She wasn't impaled by a speedboat, or
I can't remember. It might not even have been that, but that's I remember someone dying and someone coming back saying something that he died.
Happens a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. It might have even been the other way round. It might have been Floss who come back. I can't remember. But one of them come back and said the other one had died. I know that.
Yeah. Those are the days when the town was full of busybodies. Yeah. Although John this week, John has been like proper Colleen smart this week, hasn't he?
He's trying not to, isn't he? He's trying not to get involved. He keeps saying, "Oh, I'm not going to get involved in that," and then he's right there listening.
That's what she used to do, though. She'd be like, "Oh, it's not my business. I'm just going to make a coffee here while I'm listening." Come back, Colleen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got caught, didn't he, trying to listen to the sex conversation when Yazzie never come home when she was talking to Irene.
Yeah. Irene gave him the face, didn't she? She was like, "Leave it."
It's funny. It's funny. Right, let's do a podcast. So we left off last week. Shock arrival of Logan's past, didn't we? And Neve, as we later found out her name, also known as Naive in these parts. Neve is his his girlfriend. And they were in Afghanistan together. We learned quite quickly, and she's done a bunk on him, hasn't she? He had no idea where she was, and this was sort of the reason he was being shady about, his details about his past, wasn't it?
Yeah, and his scars and stuff as well. He was being dodgy about that, not explaining that, wasn't she? Yeah.
Yeah, and so she's been was it 2 or 3 years or something?
2 years, yeah.
Bouncing around Europe or something, yeah. And he's sort of come back, supposedly heartbroken, and moved on with his life type thing, hasn't he? What we making?
And just as he gets a girlfriend, his old one turns up.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Story of Mac's life.
The thing I have with this, so Neve sort of come back. Have you noticed? I don't know if you two are the same. You never really like a new character when they first arrive. There's not one I liked from the beginning. You always have to sort of be one round, don't you, on Home and Away?
Yeah.
I quite like Logan from the first episode. I did. Yeah, I quite like Logan, like Dr. Danger, jetting in on his helicopter, and he was really like cocky and stuff. I thought he was hilarious. But
he was actually.
I'm not warming to Neve, I'll be honest.
No, I think it's the arrogance of her coming in and just assuming that Logan would have stood still for 2 years and waited for her.
Yeah, definitely.
And then there was that bizarre threesome arrangement where Mac invited her to live with them.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
Keeping your enemies close, she said, didn't she?
Yeah,
she wants to keep an eye on them rather than... I think it's kind of smart, because if they're off in a hotel, she can't see what they're doing and what they're up to and stuff.
Yeah.
But it would drive me bonkers. I don't think I could do that.
No, definitely not.
Of this, though, it's Mac's insecurity, right? As soon as obviously there's wind, because initially Ziggy's seen this kiss on the pier, hasn't she? And never know. Everyone's going frantic. Dean's threatening him and all the rest of it. And he seemingly does the right thing and sort of goes straight to Mac and sits her down, doesn't he? It's Salt, and he's like, I need to tell you something. Doesn't tell her about the kiss, which is interesting. But this...
He didn't get time to, though, did he? Because Dean walked in on them. So I don't think that was necessarily... He wasn't hiding it. I think he didn't get chance.
Yeah, but straight in... You're right. Yeah, you are right. That is true. There was all sorts of stuff going... Because Neve was supposed to stay at the apartment, but turns up and is like... Oh,
yeah. Hello.
Another reason not to warm to her straight away. Do as you fucking told.
Yeah.
Well, he needs to have a chat. But Max, obviously, straight away, the ex is around after she's learned. And straight away, that insecurity because of the whole Ari Mia experience.
Yeah.
Bubble up straight away, don't they?
And everyone's saying it, aren't they? Like, so Dean's like, oh, another ex. And Bella's like, oh, another ex. You know, everyone's reminding her and saying, and I think it was Bella that said to her, do you remember last time you gave him too much distance? You gave, you know, and look how that backfired. And she was like, oh, yeah.
And Dean warns, doesn't he, saying she's been hit before, lays down the law.
Yeah, he's not very scary, is he? He's like, you've got me to answer to if you break her heart. I was like, ooh.
Come and chase it with your bad leg. bad leg Dean. Yeah, I don't know what to make of it all. She actually, to Neve's credit, when she actually learns that he's in a relationship, she wants to leave, doesn't she? She says, "Oh, this is wrong. Then you know, I shouldn't have done this."
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and it's Logan who pushes her because he knows there's obviously this trauma from Afghanistan or whatever's been happening there, because that's triggered by the patient on the beach who's banged his head or what have you.
Yeah.
So he's, you know, she tries to do the right thing. She's like, oh, you know, I've missed my chance. Fair dues, you know, I need to leave. And he makes her stick around, doesn't he? Through, like you were saying, that flame isn't out, is it? No. I don't think. I think there's still a torch there.
Yeah, definitely. And it did make me laugh that she said, oh, you think it's PTSD and that's your go-to. And we were talking about that the other week and saying that he seems to just diagnose everybody with PTSD.
Yeah, everyone's got it at the minute, haven't they?
Everyone else. It's catching. Have we got it now? Maybe we have.
Who's got PTSD?
What was that?
With Ryder's panic attacks and all.
Oh,
he just
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryder's got it. Marilyn's got it. Neve's got it. Who else has got it? Someone else has got it, surely.
Bella, Chloe, everybody's traumatized.
Bella's in it. Alf's got a lot.
Years ago,
yeah.
He's got
it when he was Vietnam or something, whatever it was.
Oh my God.
Well, where do we think this is going then? She's moved him in, like you say, Macca. She's moved him into the apartment. This weird throuple thing happening now. We're making that sound like things have got intimate. They haven't. Like, you know, it sounds like she's staying despite Dean's words, because there was this weird sort of Dean had a word convinced her to sort of leave, and she's staying. Is she staying? Is that decided? Has that been explicitly said?
I think she is, isn't she? No, I don't think he actually talked to her about leaving, did he? And did you guys hear that? I didn't.
No, there was something mentioned, wasn't it, where Dean was sort of saying it's not going to work, but I don't think it actually cut to that bit where he said anything to her, did he? It was just sort of left in limbo, wasn't it, really, that?
Yeah, I think so.
Unless it's on tonight. You never know.
Oh, it might be. Yeah, we might not have seen it yet.
Well, there's that scene, isn't there, where sort of Mac learns, she's like, oh, Dean, you dill. You know, why have you done that? I've got a plan. Me and, you know, and Ziggy's like, oh, you idiot. You know, we're keeping our friends close and our enemies even closer. Yeah. So she grabs her handbag and toddles off back home, doesn't she, to try and sort out this mess, and walks in on them having this sort of moment. Wasn't really a romantic one, but I actually thought, oh my God. Can you imagine if they kiss at this point? She's just going to be... Yeah. It's going to happen, isn't it? It's going to happen.
So. Yeah.
I don't think so, you know. I think the opposite. I do.
Do you? What do you think? What do you think is going to happen then? Do you think she's going to go away, this ex?
Yeah, I don't think she'll be on it long. I think she'll have a couple of breakdowns with this PTSD thing, and then they'll get her help, as they always do. You know, someone like Alf or something will have a word with her. And
miracle cure. Yeah.
Clinic, and like then she'll come back and say thanks to him, and you know she's got her life back and she can move on. That's my theory anyway.
It's a good theory.
Do you reckon Logan's going to skip town with her?
No,
she's on the run, right? She can't. There's not a lot. In terms of creating a life and settling down, she's on the run, isn't she? So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so that's why I think that will happen. She'll get all the help she needs, and then the what they call the army police will turn up and arrest her or something, and that'll be it.
That'll be that. Yeah, you might be right there. Yeah. That'll be Monday, and then there'll be something else Tuesday. Let's keep our eye on that one then. I like Mac and Logan. If I can't have Mac and Tane, Mac and Logan's the next best thing for me.
Yeah.
So I don't want this to be messed about with too much, to be honest.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. That was just my comment. I don't know. I don't even like him. Logan. He's I don't know. Something about him, his face. I don't know.
Just want to punch it.
Doesn't it like get an action man's face and pump it up? It looks like that,
I'm not going to unsee that now.
Hope he's not listening. But,
he's a massive fan of the show.
He's quite far away. He'll be all right.
Well, Flick worms away in a job at Salt actually this week.
Yeah.
She, she sees an opportunity. I thought, didn't she? There.
Yeah, definitely. You need bar staff. Hello. Very opportune time as well. Just as Mac's on her own and needs to dash out, and she's like, "Yep, have you got your RSA? Come on then."
The old RSA.
Yeah. No proof. Just
It was that typical moment in soap, wasn't it? Where like someone turns up at the opportune moment, just, like the phone's gone. Oh, run me bar for me, okay.
Yeah.
What I did notice about that Flick storyline is she got up in the morning with that white and black off the shoulder top on.
Yeah.
She wore it all day, wore it behind the bar, and was suddenly this amazing mixologist with all the cocktails and stuff like that on her first night.
Yeah.
Went home and slept with Tane. Got up the next day, had the same white and black top on, and went wick behind the bar again.
She did.
Minga. Yeah, you're right. She did. She's waiting for uniform. Give her a chance.
And it wasn't even the walk of shame. It was in her caravan.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I know.
It was just under the washing.
No. I'm a little upset about this Tane Flick thing this week, guys.
What are you
I'll be
upset
honest,
about?
because, he's done the whole, I need to keep my distance, you're nothing to do with me, don't find out my secret. I'm a cop by association.
Yeah.
I can't be told nothing. To, when it suits him, and he's feeling a bit fed up and everything's a bit much,
yeah,
he can go around and... I mean, she's happy with it, but it's annoyed me.
Hasn't she done that to him, though? I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, but I thought they'd moved on from it. They sort of became this little... It was only the other week that he was, whisking her off to a cabin to look after her.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I thought they'd sort of moved past that bit, and we're supposed to believe they've got this bond through... What's it? And House of Horrors.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit disappointed that, because, why can he not just say hello to her and just just not talk, just not tell her about the home stuff? Why does he have to have a complete, I can't see her, can't be with her, can't even look at her across the room?
It's weird, isn't it? His brother commits to a crime he hasn't committed and suddenly he can't see his girlfriend. I don't understand the storyline behind it, the logic behind it.
It's really weird, isn't it? I'm glad it's not just me, because I'm thinking, and it's a rule that he's made. It's not even like it's not like Nico where it's like, you cannot talk to no leader. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's Tane making these rules. I just don't get it.
No,
Just
it
don't-
doesn't make sense.
Because when he's lying in bed with her, he goes, "I can't be here." And then when he's not in bed with it, he goes, "Want to go to bed with you?" So he just doesn't know what he wants, does he? Really? That's the and it,
No.
as you say, you just go out with her or don't go out with her. Makes no
Yeah.
difference if your brother's in prison.
No.
It doesn't.
No. The only sort of rationale I can put to it is that he doesn't trust himself to not say anything.
I think that must
And
be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, she's got the cop brother.
Yeah.
There was that. It was a scene I really enjoyed actually when Tane was on the balcony at Salt and Cash is there doing pointless stuff with Jasmine. Like, I think I tweeted something like, "Oh, we just watched Jasmine have dinner for 10 minutes." Like, oh, what are we doing watching these scenes? Cut them. Just cut these scenes. What were they all about?
It was just an excuse to get them in the same room, wasn't it, with Tane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, we've had like all these scenes of Cash and Jazz just telling each other they miss each other and they need to sync their calendars.
And they're like right there. You're like, you're standing in front of him. Can you not see him? He's right there.
And he goes out, doesn't he? And he sort of says to him, and this is the is this the first glimpse of it? It's definitely the most obvious glimpse we're given as an audience member to Cash not believing any of the story.
Yeah.
Because he sort of says, "Look, if there's anything you want to tell me, anything at all, you want to retract your statement."
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite an important scene. Was that the first moment we had where it was quite obvious?
I think so, yeah, because he never really mentioned it, has he? You know, but when he spoke to Tane at the bar, he sort of was saying, "I know you know, waffling rubbish, like, but you know, if you want to tell me what it is before I get to the bottom of it, you can." You know, type of thing you want to.
Yeah. Do you think Tane will cave at some point? What are your gut feelings on this?
I don't think Tane will. I think Neek and not Neek. Yeah, well, Neek, I guess. Neek and Chloe are the ones that are the wobbly. You know, they're having it out on the beach, and she's shouting, "It's my fault that Matthew's dead." And I was like, "Shush!" She's already told Bella. It's like, oh my god,
I know.
this is the worst kept secret ever.
I know. Yeah, that's what I was shouting it on the beach, and no one's clocked.
No, anybody could be lurking anywhere.
Scream about it on the beach.
Yeah. Anyone could be listening anywhere.
Yeah, but I think Chloe will just come clean in the end. There's never any secrets, is there? In the end, he'll come out, and she'll get off it. She'll get off with it with self-defense and blah blah blah. I reckon, you know.
Probably something like that. It's very Sophie, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, it was self-defense, but you know, if you can defend someone touching your elbow, but they could have done that if they didn't run away with the body and something so stupid.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Macca, on Chloe? Like her?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, I think she's alright. Apart from she had like a weird outfit on, it was like pink trousers and a green jumper this week. I'm no fashion guru, but it just looks stupid, you know.
I didn't remember that one. I have to go back and watch it.
I quite like a character, you know. There's no one you say you've got to take people to heart. It takes a while. I liked her straight away, and I didn't really like the Paratas when they first come in. It took me a while to get used to them, you know.
Yeah.
But Chloe sort of straight away, it's fitted in well. But,
I'm still trying. I'm still trying with her all this time later. Just can't. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. It's like that with the Christie and the Doctor. I couldn't take to him the whole time he was in it.
Oh, Christian.
Yeah, I couldn't take to him the whole time he was in
I wasn't sure about him either. I didn't know whether he was going to turn out to be like some evil character, but he didn't. He was just nice.
Yeah, no, it was weird. But yeah, Chloe I like. Great. No problem.
Yeah.
Hated Christian the way he was with Tori.
He doesn't like a baddie from the 80s to me. Like, I just needed him like in a denim jacket and on a Harley Davidson from the 80s. I was just like, like a bad boy from back then. But he wasn't.
I'm
He
still
was just
open.
nice and boring.
Yeah, I'm still hoping Tori will come back, having sacked him off, left
She
him in
might.
London.
She might.
Yeah.
Right, Ryder's back, isn't he, from the hospital, and he's back to what can only be described as a family in meltdown, I reckon. It's not good, is it? Martha's out of hospital as well, and Rue's not having a bar of it. She's packing her bags. She wants to go and stay in a van at this point. She gave her 2 pennies worth at the hospital, didn't she? And said, "I can't speak to you. I can't even look at you right now." And I think she'd avoided her since then. So when we caught up with them again, sort of second half of this week, black storytelling is back. Sophie, I don't know if you've noticed. So they're back in the show from Wednesday onwards, and she's just avoiding her, isn't she? Alf and Martha are just sort of like, "Oh, I'm happy to be home. I'm going to go and paint the view." Like nothing's happened.
Cucumber sandwich, anybody? Yeah.
So Rue sort of then starts to look a bit like the one that's being problematic at this stage.
Yeah, she does.
Poor
Ryder. The minute he walks in, I mean, there's a tension between Martha and Rue to start with, but then Alf has a bloody go at him immediately. It's like, "Boy, you idiot. Yeah, flaming galah. Would you jump off the harbour bridge if Theo told you to?" And all that.
Yeah.
So it's like,
"You need your head red."
And then Alf was accused of being a pork chop, which was brilliant, wasn't it? Like by Irene.
Oh, amazing line.
That was the best line.
I actually think Irene's got better sayings than Alf, personally.
She has. She's got some real good ones.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's Ryder's return to the house that's convinces her to stay in it, really, isn't it? She's going to be there for Ryder, and I do like Rue and Ryder's relationship, this motherly thing she has going on with them. And as you say, he's back. Clear, we touched on it earlier, he's not coping well since he's buried alive. I still can't say that without laughing. Buried alive ordeal. And he's having panic attacks.
He is, but luckily Nurse Jasmine was right there,
Yeah.
How fortunate. She was just having some eggs.
And there was a great scene where she was doing the breathing movements for him.
Yeah.
Her face was going.
Oh, dear.
Although, as if she's going to stay over for a dirty night with cash in a bloody caravan when she lives at Irene's house.
I know.
Come on. You're going there, aren't you? Do you know what I mean?
Proper bed.
Unless you need to drink to get in the mood, in which case that's not allowed.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Oh yeah, maybe that was the reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
No way. Irene's, isn't it?
Unless you're Marilyn. And you just need a little nightcap. So no one's happy. Ryder's having these panic attacks, and Alf's just tearing around town.
He's alping it, as we say.
He's alping it, yeah.
He's been brilliant this week. He's like the old Alf from years ago. He's really like what did he call Justin? He's a bigger galah than I thought he was. Something like that.
Yeah. This is classic.
I know coercion.
This is what I remember from the 90s, early 2000s when he would just be livid all the time about everything, wouldn't he? He was angry.
He hated everyone. Yeah. And it was good to see him return to Alf's straw hat as well.
I love that. I want that. I want him to sign it and send it me.
When the day finally comes. Sophie wakes up most mornings and checks Daily Mail just in case. He's close, especially with all this anger.
I know.
You were saying something interesting on Twitter, Sophie, this week about this thing.
What was I saying?
You were talking about Theo might have a point, and Alf's being a little unfair.
Well, yeah. Do you know what? I've not been a fan of Theo. You know, I haven't. I haven't been a fan of Theo since he's been in it. And a couple of weeks ago, if Alf had lost it at him like this, I'd have been going, "Yeah, go on, Alf, get in there. Tell him he's whatever, a Yahoo or whatever he calls it, mongrel." But I don't know. I think it's a bit late now. I'm not feeling sorry for Theo necessarily, but I think this latest challenge has kind of woken him up a bit. And I think he needed this kick up the arse a couple of weeks ago, but maybe this kick up the arse now is just going to push him down.
Yeah.
Do you think it's sincere though? Clearly, you do.
What do you think?
I don't think it's sincere. No, because I just think it's in his genes. I think he's just a grade A pillock. I don't think he can help. He feels bad because he's guilty, because literally it's quite a serious situation.
Yeah.
It probably seems a bit more sincere because he himself was hurt, but he's a bit like that. And I think Alf's reaction, I think Theo would have got over it and wouldn't be as guilty if Alf wasn't reacting the way he is. I think if Alf was chill about it, like Rue suddenly is, I think he would be a bit more like, I think he'd be back to himself already.
He might be, yeah. I don't know. I just wonder whether, because he spent a night on his own, didn't he? Like in the woods. I don't think he would have been a bit
with an unknown creature approaching. Yeah.
And then thinking, oh, my mate's dead in a box somewhere. I don't know. I think maybe that could change you. I don't know. Who knows?
They all need to go and speak to Dr. Hughes, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I'm not buying a word of it. I think it's him through and through. He's still, another week's gone by and he's still not put a shift in at the garage. I'm going to keep mentioning that.
He did hold something the other day for Justin. Justin told him to hold something while he took a bowl out or something.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm exhausted just looking at him. Yeah. And they do Epic Lols is the name of the channel, we find out. And it's he does delete the channel though.
Yeah.
But I think that's because Al's still reacting
badly. Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually don't blame Alf. I've seen a lot of hate online a bit about, Alf just needs to die, and why is Alf behaving like this? Why is he reacting? Why is he speaking to Theo like that? But I think people are taking it out of context a little bit. This is my defense of Alf anyway. It's not just this that's happening, right? He's also, his wife's just decided not to have a life-saving operation.
Yeah.
This Rue and everyone's now at loggerheads. No one's talking. Like literally, from Alf's perspective, the family's falling apart.
And do you think he feels guilty about the money and the fact that Ryder's trying to get his debt paid off, and that's why he's doing it? So he's angry at himself, I think, as well, that he hasn't been there to see all of this happening and stop it.
He's like the proper patriarch, isn't he? He has to always, miss this, like, so.
Yeah, spot on. And it actually forward a bit. That is actually mentioned, isn't it? Like when Ryder sort of learns that his last will and testament. That video, and that's all that they saw that.
Yeah. He forgot he did it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
And there's that talk with Alf, and Alf's like, I never pressured you, like. Yeah. I think he realised at that point, and Rue even says to him, we were too busy with Martha, maybe we took the eye off the ball, so you could be right there. Maybe he's got a bit of guilt, maybe.
There was a scene at the end of yesterday's one, wasn't he, where Ryder had the panic attack and it went to Al's face, and it's sort of like that face of realisation that, this is health is more important than these stupid stunts and my, behaviour type thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of made him think, like, what's important to you, them doing stupid challenges.
But then he went off down the surf club after that, didn't he? And harassed John while he's having his takeaway from the file about the Polaris.
Yeah. Oh, they all Polaris, yeah.
Yeah. But that was the only way he could get him arrested, because Cash had already told him, look.
Yeah, you can't get arrested for being stupid.
There's a video.
Stupidity isn't a crime, wasn't it? Something like that.
Because in which case there'd be no... Because straight away there'd be no police.
But my favourite Alf moments was when Justin says to him at the garage, "Is this a threat, Alf?"
Oh
And he
yeah.
turns around like John Wayne and goes, "It's a promise."
Yeah, that was a top moment, I must admit.
So funny.
And then they played it again on the recap the next day, obviously. So are things going to get calmer? What do we think? As Rue's going to come round, isn't she? I reckon. Is Martha's plan literally just to do dialysis go in for dialysis all the time? What do we think?
No, I mean, she actually asked her that outright, didn't she? Said, "What's your plan?" Because Martha said to her, "Oh, I want to talk to you," and she goes, "Oh, have you changed your mind?" And she goes, "No." Well, I don't want to talk to you then. There's nothing to talk about. So I don't think she is gonna.
Yeah,
the plan is just to die, isn't it? Isn't that what the plan?
Didn't he said, "I'll give you the lift down to your dialysis meeting," and she went, "Oh, I'm not going. I'm dead busy."
Yeah.
Something like that. And he go, "Oh yeah, I won't have kidney dialysis. I've got something to do." You know.
I've got to go paint.
Maybe I'm thinking that busy moment was she was actually going to go to the hospital and book the transplant. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe you think she's changed her mind.
Yeah, she could have, but she's. I think she just wants to die, doesn't she?
Again.
Yeah.
She does like it. It's just really annoying that they've sort of rewritten her back into the show. Yeah. Rewritten, and I've said this before, and I'm banging the same drum, I know, but like it's just so annoying as long-term fans for that whole premise of Alf's backstory to have been changed, for it to just then for the last couple of years dip in and out every 3 weeks to now and then just to die. I think that's really annoying.
It is annoying. And what's going to happen to Alf when she goes? You know, I'm worried about that. What is he going to fall apart? Is he going to leave? What's going to happen? Like, where's this going?
Well, being a bit of a bit anal on Home and Away. Alf actually wants to go part-time, so he's asked the producers and that to write him less stories.
You were saying that, weren't you?
So to film a couple of days a week, so maybe he will just go out of it and do other things or whatever, you know.
I'll be gutted. Yeah. He deserves to retire, bless him. He's been in it for donkeys, but I don't want him to go.
No, it's a sad day for Home and Away when he's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, you know. He is Mr. Home and Away.
Yeah, it makes sense why they use him less and less, though, so that when he is gone, there's not such a big hole. Yeah, because it will be like news, won't it? Like Alf Stewart. Because when you mention Home and Away, everyone goes, "Is Alf still in it?"
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
So if they phase him before he eventually, goes, then he's not going to be a big loss to the show, is he? Then, and
no.
I reckon he'll see it. Is it the 40th anniversary soon? Is it a couple of years? I reckon he'll see it to 40 and then he'll bow out.
Is it 35 next year?
Yeah,
right.
88.
I'm going.
Yeah, it's 35 next year. I don't think he'll make it to 40 next year, so I remember it. Yeah.
Because I think
you don't have a little now fit in back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so we think Martha's going to die. I don't think Martha's going to die. I think she's going to keep going for dialysis twice a week, and then it's just never going to be mentioned, and she's going to be like cured.
Yeah.
I don't think they could do that to us. I really don't, but you never know. And then, Ryder's got this problem now. I think Rue's going to be more and more supporting him because his mum, is she off on cruises still or something? She don't give two.
She doesn't care about him, does she, really? No.
So let's hope the Stewarts patch themselves back together.
Yeah.
This is the time when Morag would have just swept in and been banging all their heads together.
Oh, she would, yeah. Oh, I love Morag. She was brilliant.
She'd have sat them all down and made them all sort this out.
Yeah.
But in Rue's more into Irene, isn't she? She's looking more and more like Irene each day, Rue.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
So it's the bob cut. The haircut.
Yeah. Same clothes, no, them like flouncy blousey things with the flowers on, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, but Marilyn's caftans. Right, that brings us to the end, I think, of all the action so far. We're going to go on to now our sort of first look, where we're going to read some of the synopsis of next week's episode. So give our opinion on what might be coming up ahead, because we forgot to do it last week.
Oh, yeah, we did.
I know. I realised afterwards.
We had so much to talk about last week. It was mad.
I know. Well, big week. Hello.
It was.
First of all, before we get into that, Sophie, I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh no, what is it? I'm scared.
Can you tell us where people can find us?
He does this to me every week, and every week I forget where we are. So I'm going to give it another shot. I never get prepared for this. I will learn my lesson one day. So we are on Twitter and Instagram. So at Coastal News Pod. If you want to get involved with the chat, we do the tweeting, don't we? We do the tweeting during the episode. So get in on the chat with us. And also you can download the Spotify app or the Apple app or Amazon or wherever you get your podcast from. We're on Player FM as well and Google. So we're all over the internet, aren't we, basically? You can find us. There's no excuse for not listening to the Coastal News podcast.
Yes, and also we now have the subscribers episodes as well with extra content, including So Scoop, her take on some of the backstage stuff, and the first episode is now available, and we were talking about Felix Dean, who used to play VJ, the little VJ that we know, and how his struggles in and out of prison is quite an interesting listen, and you can subscribe to that. Yeah. Right. First look. Are you ready, guys?
Yes.
To find out what's coming up. So, Theo faces the music as... Oh, sorry, I've already messed this up. Theo faces the music for his past misdeeds after Alf forces Cash's hand. That must be the arrest that obviously we've seen just last night, didn't he? Wants him arrested for stealing the Polaris.
Oh, and
Ryder
the car popped up again, didn't it? Because you're asking where's his sports car.
Yeah. Why is he scrimping around for money online when he's got that bloody sports car that he never uses? Although on closer inspection, it's not like anything special, is it? It just looks it.
I don't know anything about cars, but it did look quite a little... you could get a few bob for that, surely. More than a video, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. This video business sounds lucrative.
It does. It does.
Don't know why I was like here working every hour God sends. Sophie, you volunteering to be buried alive anytime soon?
Oh yeah, go for it. Why not?
Right. I'll do the whole buried alive.
Don't run off and get a burger and leave me though.
No, me, never. Ryder becomes increasingly unstable as everything breaks down, but Alf refuses to admit the truth.
Oh, what's the truth?
Don't know what the truth.
That they were both equally responsible, wasn't it?
Ah, is it that he?
Right.
Blaming Theo and he's making out there's like nothing to do with it all, isn't he? Or maybe
you could be right. Because he's got himself on the old YouTube, hasn't he?
Oh,
and he's had a watch.
Why has he not tweeted us? I was a bit annoyed about that, Alf. If you can use a computer, you can tweet us.
Yeah.
Sophie, she's here waiting to hear from you. Oh, the competition is done.
I know.
So I don't know when we'll find out.
Hairdryer any day.
Do you need a hairdryer or straightners, Macca?
No. I don't use any, to be honest.
It's a shame.
Never does Al, but he's been flogging them for about 3 months.
I'd go for straighteners. I prefer straight hair on women and that. So I'll go for straighteners.
Oh, iron your socks with them or something.
Yeah.
Despite reassurances from Justin, Theo and Ryder struggle to navigate the ongoing crisis. This sounds like it just bumbles on into next week.
Next week? Come on.
Not having this, are we?
No.
Al finds that even his own family doesn't agree with him. Well, we know that. That's not new, isn't it?
We know that now.
That's not new. Just for you, episode 7,728. Naive's own person. Yeah, clearly.
Oh, jeez.
We were, did you have a timer on your VHS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to take it. When I was at
people
uni,
out there, they'll be able to say how old they are in episodes of Home and Away because they'll have been born the day that it went on to air. They'll be like, I'm 7,728 episodes old.
Yeah, they should do that, isn't it? Or like, no, when you look at what was number one when you were born,
Yeah.
what was Alf up to the day you were born?
Good point.
It was probably the same as yesterday.
Yeah.
Neve's own personal struggles lead her down a dangerous path. Mackenzie questions Logan's odd determination to follow her.
Oh,
Might lead her down a literal path then.
yeah.
Tane takes Nico on a spiritual journey.
Oh, I've seen clips of this on a spoiler. I'm not
Oh,
sure what it
it's
is.
the hacker
beach.
thingy.
There's one on
Yes.
the beach, isn't there? I don't think it's a hacker, but it's some kind of, I don't know, ritual, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Jasmine, I'll have to cut that out. Jasmine tries.
I'm crying.
Jasmine tries to keep her birthday a secret.
Eh? Why? What? Why? How old is she?
Maybe she's 7,729 episodes old.
And the day she was born, Alf called something a galah.
Very likely.
Mackenzie forces Logan to make a choice, but is surprised by his decision.
Oh, here we go. Why?
I'm not happy about this.
Oh dear. Here we go again.
Finally, Cash's efforts to woo Jasmine run up against her odd birthday fears. Does not even make any sense. Leaving the two to work things out. Hoping to clear Theo, Justin tries to reconcile with Alf. Much of the same by the sounds of things.
He's done that twice this week.
Yeah.
Much of the same by the sounds
He's
of
been
it.
barred. They've both been barred from Summer Bay House.
Yeah. It's
How can you bar it? You know when he was like forbidding Ryder to sit. Ryder, I ban you from seeing this boy. He's like
He's 12.
He's like 20.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, no. So we've got all that to look forward to, so might as well just replay the same episode by the
Get
sounds
it
of
out
it.
again. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We'll be back next weekend, of course, when giving our opinions on all that. How was your first appearance, Macca, on Coastal News?
Yeah, brilliant. Enjoyed it. Yeah.
You had a good time. You found somebody else like you. That's what we were like.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
go
one of
on.
us.
I thought I was the only one in the world who watched it.
No, definitely not.
I've
It's
never
just,
met anyone else who watches it.
nobody likes to admit it. Lots of people watch it, but nobody likes to say it. That's the problem.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's not still in it.
No.
You know he is.
You know he is. You watch it.
Thanks very much for listening, everybody. We'll be back, and as Sophie says, on Twitter and Instagram at Coastal News Pod. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right. Ta-da.